Let's see. Hi there, folks. Hello. So we'll be doing some interesting stuff. A lot of interesting stuff we've got. But yeah. I will probably be going fishing soon, because not in my state, but in the neighboring state, till 1st of March, we're still allowed to use lures and bait. After that, no fish for bait, like no bait fish, and no artificial lures at all till end of May. Here in my state, it's till May 15th. So May 16th will be the first day where we can do proper fishing again. But basically, I'll be trying to, and right now, thanks, yeah, I just started. So right now, the water temp just finally started to move up. It was too cold to effectively do much of anything. But right now it's starting to get into the zone where it can make sense to go fishing. So now that we finally hit that zone, let's do 2 or 3 sessions before I'm not allowed to do lure fish anymore. And after that, of course, you can still do night crawlers and stuff like that, but yeah. So rigging up for that, getting a couple rods ready, mostly for artificial right now, is what we will be doing now. I'll be back after coffee. Okay, thanks. Hey, 15 people in the house. Very nice. Indiana Chris. Hi there. What's up? This is a rod. I never know which reel to fish on it. Should I go as a big reel or a little reel? Like a 14K or a 6K? This rod really needs a reel in between. Like a true 8K reel. That is actually like in between a 6K and a 14K, not a 14K with a smaller spool. Like a reel right around 550 grams reel weight would be perfect for this rod. I might look into a Penn Slammer 4 actually. They might actually have some right in that sweet spot. But I'll probably rig this one up with my 6K Zaragoza for now. With 460 grams. Yeah, but the thing is, a high-end reel, it could weigh this much and have already an 8K size spool and more drag than this reel provides. This would be like for light European catfish. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Actually, well, let's undo the leader I have on my here with my 40K Saltiga. And let's put the 14K on this rod and just feel it out. I think it's gonna be too much. But yeah. Beautiful resins. I'm definitely gonna need a different rod in the future. That's more soft and supple than this one, but still fits a 14K reel well. too much rod for me to fish for length, any length. But it's not too much rod, it's just too stiff and awkward for my liking. Great for bank fishing because small fish are a lot of fun on this rod, but for this style, ain't it. Just ain't it. Thing is, if I'm gonna fish this reel on the smaller rod, I'm gonna need to change the line because the 130-pound braid on that little rod, it's gonna be too much. 100 would be fine still, I believe. You could absolutely fish it this, but this is gonna be Big Mama. Really, the Surtate would be the right reel for this diver Surtate. Honestly, this might be. I might take this one as my reel. You grab it like this. Don't grab it like this, but like this. It's not too much rod to keep fishing for a while. It's a bit too much reel maybe, but I think we can do this. We might start spooling this reel if I can find enough 100-pound braid. I mean, I do have plenty of the yeah, I might just. I would prefer to have the Cortland, but I could also use a tight line. Here's 150 yards, 100-pound tight line. Maybe we should just put the tight line to the test. Rockstar grabs my old guitar. Would be worth a consideration. Anywho. Oh yeah, and I'm thinking of selling my 20K Saltiga. Well, as an 18K. I think I'll keep the 20K spool because I think it'll fit. It'll still fit on the new Saltigas. Yeah, that's fine. It's a bit overkill, but over reel. Like I said, this rod really needs the old Surtate SW. Not the new. The new one is too much as well. I just don't really want to buy a discontinued reel. Have that ready on. Anywho. Windy, maybe land me right. Wait a minute. Do we still have our Thomas? 8K. If that reel is empty. Yeah, that's the reel box. Is it? It's full. Yes, baby. Shimano or Thomas. Baby. I might just spool this 100-pound braid on this baby and start on here. And then I can straight spool on the 100 instead of that 130. I think I'll do that. Let's just check how this 100-pound braid splices. Because so far I haven't been a big fan of how the Tightline braid splices. Just, indeed. Win and smile, even. Anywho, hi there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, if we can splice it with this thick needle, that's a plus. I don't know. Already not a fan how this braid behaves. Me out. But I should give it a chance, probably. And this would actually be a good time to give it a chance. Also, if I fish brand new Tightline and I decide it's not as good as used Cortland, then I know for a fact which one I'll be buying in the future. I mean, I'm already almost set on not buying Tightline braid again. Not for my personal use, at least. But I want to be fair. To you, you're my end and my beginning. Okay, but if I can't find my splicing needles, then won't do that now. Even when you're crying, you're beautiful too. Speeding you down now, but I'm every morning. You're my downfall, you're my muse, worst distraction, my rhythm and blues. I'm spinning, it's raining. This will be a test. This will be an interesting test. I won't buy a reel for this rod. I won't buy an expensive reel for a cheap rod. LPI. It would make way more sense to buy a proper rod. For like a reel, maybe a snack or something like that. On this rod, this reel feels way more. It does feel better matched. Actually, before we spool this line down, let's just give this rod a proper bend. This rod hasn't yet. I've never properly been given a chance to load this rod up. Hey there, Daniel Garcia. Been a minute, bro. Well, been so. But yeah, hanging in there. Let's just try this rod out real quick before we down spool it. Just crimp it around the bed real quick. This is the shortest rod so far I've owned. It's I think 6'1" or sorry, it's not even 6 foot long. That's a thing. It's what? It's 5'5", I think. Okay, the foregrip is too short for my liking, although it makes it fight harder. I would grab this rod. This is a nice bend though. This is actually the same rod, the biggest officially measured European catfish been caught on. I don't know if I would fish much more drag than this. Let's give it a try. Yeah. The rod doesn't feel like it's supposed to take any more than this. So now we'll cut the line, test the drag, and then we'll do our spooling. Let's get a scale. And check this drag. Will JMD dual use? I don't even know what that means, man. Hi there, Gia. I have no idea what you're saying, mate. Sorry. Okay, this is probably gonna be a surprisingly low amount of drag. Well, it's better. I was fearing it would be less. We'll add like 20 pounds of drag. like 8-9 kilos. Of course, the model is rubbing, so yeah, 10 kilos of drag. Or should we risk it all and spool some even lighter line? Nah. There's some high water. I don't want to mess around too much. I don't know who JMD is. Will JMD dual use? Yeah, I have no idea what you're saying. Sorry. Actually, let's use this rod for this part of the spooling. Why not? Or nah. Actually, you can just use this rod even with a guide missing. That'll be the easiest. That'll make our life a lot easier. Man. Oh. Well, this is why tying a slip knot is a good idea. Yeah, doing some spooling. And we'll also get some leaders ready and stuff like that. Yep. that song. You got drag. It's a different story. Okie dokie. The reason we put line on fucking tight on our reels here, folks. Yes, I'm twisting this line, stripping it off a spinning reel, but that's thought out. And there's our splice. Isn't it? I think it is. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's where a 100-pound braid starts. Now the big question is gonna be, should we put on this brand new tight line braid, 150 yards, or not? Probably not. Because one more splice on the big wheel isn't gonna matter. Yeah. Let's keep that line brand new. And put this line on. As if the tight line does how I fear it will, then we've kind of don't have to worry. Yeah, it'll save us some money and headaches. Alrighty. Wait a minute. Is my phone about to die? It is, ain't it? Shit. Be right back. Gotta get a charging cable. Alrighty. Got my charger. Why do I get more viewers when I'm not even on the freaking radio? That's bad. Anyway. Cheers. Come on, charge. Charge this stupid cable. Yes, now it's charging. Okay. Okay, all good. Okay, back to stripping this line off. We'll screw it back on right away. Don't you guys worry. Yeah, this is why we want different colors. I mean, so far this splice is perfect. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe tightline is just good as backing, but not as a prime line, you know, on front of your reel. We'll have to see about that one. Oh crap. I have had a twist in my mind. Okay. Where do we have our splicing deal? Now we could actually need it. Oh well. I still have a needle in here. Doesn't look like it. We need a freaking splicing needle now. Okay, I'll be back again. I have no idea where I'll find. At least do the job. Might not be the best, but it will do the job. Okay. That should work. Okay, but this needle will do. This one will do. Let's just real quick get this line here untwisted. There's so much twist in this line. It is a normal thing, especially with spinning reels, but still. Let's try to minimize it. This almost feels thicker than a 100-pound Cortland. Actually, I don't think it is. Let's give it a little taper. All right. Okay, so far it splices just fine. Maybe I will end up liking the tight line, at least it's a bigger sizes. We'll see. Maybe it's just the small sizes where tie line just, well, okay. The Cortland is another animal. Okay. And already I'm more in love with the Cortland again. Just how it feels and plies. Oh. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, but this splice isn't how I wanted it to be. So we'll do it again. That splice is fine. It's definitely a lot tighter than the 30 pounds. Okay. All right. Now, let's just pump this line on here, and we'll see how it does actually fishing it. I do know it's good line, I just don't know if it meets my standards. Because they're pretty high, and I've found a great line that beats basically everything, so, you know. But this line only costs half, so. If we can make it work, it's yeah. If you can make this cheaper line work, then that's good news. I'm just not sold yet. Alright. That should be fine. What's this shit about? That doesn't look good. I think my anti-reverse is fail. Yes. Shit. My anti-reverse is failing. On the Saltiga. Great. We should definitely sell this wheel. And this is what we call a full spool, folks. 1, 2, 3. Yes. I don't know what happened to this reel, but I don't know. We'll see how fishable it is. But yeah, this reel will definitely be for sale soon. Really packed this reel full, but for one that makes the cast better, and we shouldn't really have problems with wine knots. But we'll see. We'll just see. One, 2, 3. Let's use this much of double line. Not that much. Yeah, this much. Any more and it will impact casting. This should still be short enough that it'll be okay. The splice is way, way better than the smaller sizes. Yep. All right. Yep. Nice. Let's do it proper. Taper this. Let's taper this end. Like I would if it was a different. Like I would do if it was Scotland. Alrighty. Well, you can definitely feel this is a bit much real for the rod, but it's still gonna be okay. Do we have a leader so we can already pack it, ready to go? Actually, first let's take care of this line here. let's splice these two together. Let's put a little taper in the heavier braid. No need to taper the lighter braid. Good enough. Yep. Okay, I don't hate how this slices either. All right. Okie dokie. Yeah, this is a problem, but I know how to fix it. No idea how that not happened. That's okay. because now the knot isn't there anymore. Okay, not being harnessed up is annoying on these big reels. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right, folks. Yeah, this is also doubled up line. So we've got like, what, 20 feet of doubled up line on here. That's good stuff. Hi there. Titanium 4-liter. This is mono, still okay, but I'd rather use a piece of titanium like this. Let's make it so we can switch liters easily. Okay, we'll do a slip clinch knot. Is a cured slip knot, I should say. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Definitely undo this knot. We'll always be able to undo this knot. Yeah, well, braid here is literally thicker than the leader, but that's fine. Because we have a lot of high water, and high water, yeah, you have to expect big fish, and the fighting conditions are just a lot worse, meaning you need heavy gear to handle these fish. But yeah, this is gonna be, I don't know what's wrong with my anti-reverse, but anyway. It'll still fish. It does have a backup anti-reverse. So, yeah. Let's go. Let's see. Do you like the color? And then with his fists. 1 sec, folks. Yes. Yeah. When was our last meal? 14, so I still have a bit to go. Just have to write an email real quick. Actually, I also have to go to the bathroom, so be right back. Hey, Mr. PS, what's up, bro? We just got our heavy rod ready for some casting at some giant catfish. 14K Saltiga. We've top shotted the reel. That's big rod. Sheesh. That ain't big. That's big. That's a big boy. My favorite song. Tawaka with that. It's just a 50. It's just a 50. It's just a 50 wide. You know those things come literally 3 times as big, right? That is what you use for light tackle tuna. And yeah. Anywho. Yeah, it is a good sound, isn't it? Now, never that bad. Anywho. Get any more? One more night. Lullaby. Definitely not. I'm not as much of an OCD perfectionist with my rigging as I used to be. I still am a perfectionist. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I used to be so much worse. I just yeah. For a second, I got scared. My cat got into a box full of hooks, but nope. By the way, one reel I'll be selling soon is my baby down there. Mr. PS, do you any chance you need a big boy reel? I'll actually sell this with a brand new spool. Not with this one right now. Yeah, buddy! $20 with insurance and tracking. It might be up to $50 shipping. But I can ship you this reel for $20. I think actually insured too. But if it's with tracking, then it's gonna be, I think, $50. It's not that bad. But the reel is gonna be at least, I won't sell it for under $800 because this is a $1,000 reel. And it's still almost new, and it has caught some big fish, but this reel is in prime condition. I wish, man. I know. It is a beauty, though, isn't it? Yeah, I'll definitely give it a clean before I sell it. Okay, that wasn't like that. I mean, if I don't find a buyer, it's not a big deal. I can also keep it, but the real reason I want to sell it is because, well, gotta go with the times, you know. I'd rather sell this reel now and get the replacement model instead of having to service this one and eventually not being able to buy new parts. So I'd rather sell it while it still has a high value. And yeah, and that gets the current model. Not because I believe the current model to be better, but yeah. I think they're about the same, but anyway. Actually, I'll probably, if I sell this reel, I'll probably actually buy the 20K Zertate instead of Zertate, the new Zertate SW. Because that reel should be just as good and cheaper. So I might actually have $100 left after I sell this reel and buy the new one, which sounds like a better plan than keeping it and having and running into problems with service and stuff down the line. But yeah. Anywho. This is a real I'll sell this if someone wants it. With shipping and line, I could do 200 to the shipping and line to the US. It's a really good reel. Has stupendous cranking power, and it is a bait runner. But yeah. Anywho. Yeah, I'll have to take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Baby, I'm back. Baby, I'm back. Anywho. Yeah. Unfortunately, this baby will not be used anytime all too soon. Make me down. Let's explode it. Yeah, perfect. Right. Let's put the reel back on here. Hey there, John Cena! What's up, bro? Nice little reel. Good size for bluegill, right, John? This should catch the bluegill. 100-pound hollow core, first 20 feet are doubled up, like so hollow core spliced back into itself. So it's a lot more abrasion resistant. Big bluegill. But not too big, or you might not be able to land them. Kidding. But yeah. Bluegies. Okay, this rod we can definitely change the rigging on it, because I'll probably do a few spinning sessions before March 1st. So February 28th will be the last possible time, because after that we won't be allowed to fish with lures and bait fish anymore. Only worms, maggots, brat, and that kind of thing. Because pike and sanders or pike perch will be closed, and unfortunately it's becoming more and more common here that you're not allowed to use bait, eat fish or lures for other fish. You know, I could still catch catfish. Yes, you can go for catfish with worms, but you know, I prefer artificial fishing for catfish. Man, you don't really get any bycatch. Like, unless you do some really specific small crankbaits, you don't really have any bycatch. So I don't think it's warranted to have a complete closed season for all artificial lures. But it's the rules, and especially when I'm doing videos, but even if I'm not, kind of have to follow those rules. I think my outlaw days are behind me. Also, I just don't want to be, I don't want to have to be scared when I'm fishing and look over my shoulder the entire time and stuff like that. Nah, let's follow the rules, even if they're stupid at times. But yeah. Do they have a season where you're not allowed to use lures where you are, John? And especially on lures, I mean, you can easily release the fish, Saying no bait fish, I could even halfway understand it. Because you could say, okay, sure, if they swallow the hook during spawn, not great. But come on a lure, 95% of the fish can be released just fine if they're closed, so. But anyway, is what it is. Actually, don't have this spliced. I have a Bimini twist on this rod. Might try splicing again, but I'm not 100% on that. Anyway. Owe it all to you. I'll leave this one for now. Because if I find a leader, I might want to attach the leader right away so I can't lose it. But yeah. No, but New York has no lures on large and smallmouth. Okay. So like no lures at all while during the closed season, or just not for those fish? But yeah, it's an absolute ban on lures, which really stinks if you ask me. And again, I do not believe it. Like you could just put a few rules on how, that you're only allowed to use bigger baits or specific kinds of baits, and then all you're gonna catch is catfish. So I don't know. Anyway. Because catfish don't have a season. They're all year because they're considered invasive. Or at least non-native. There is no size limit, nothing. Which is why I find it so silly that in spring you're not allowed to fish with them other than with night crawlers. Please no. Then drag me there too. But anyway. Bomb. Ticking ready to go on. Tell me to breathe, don't say you're ready to go. I know the storm I hold, I'm okay. I won't wanna be want the world to be like me. After all. Okay, I haven't gotten nearly as far as I wanted to, but hey, at least I've spooled a reel. So that's a plus. Okay, in here we'll just put anything that is specifically saltwater gear. No bait, I mean. Artificial lures only December 1st to June 14th and catch and release. Dang. So you're not allowed to use bait at all, so you're not allowed to target other species either, correct? Because that's the thing here. We're not allowed to target other species with bait or lures. Then we're not allowed to target the fish during closed season, sure. But we're not allowed to use whole methods of fishing to prevent accidental bycatch. That is a thing that I take issue with. Let's see. We find a good one of our owner hooks. Nope. Not these. It's be one of the hooks that are easy to resharpen. Hi. Okay. But unnecessarily. Nah, the screw is too small. Oh! Yes, baby. Alrighty. Nice. All right. Okay, I think it's time to end the live. Yeah, I have no energy. I've got my two rods, my two primary rods ready to go. See you guys later or tomorrow. Cheers. Peace out.